Am I? हेलो गाइस। तुम चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज की स्ट्रीम। टुडेज प्लान है, सबसे पहले अपन आज पहले रेडिट स्क्रॉल करेंगे, फिर ट्विटर स्क्रॉल करेंगे, एंड फिर टाइम बचा तो अपन बुक्स में से बुक की बात करेंगे। एंड इफ़ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन दैट यू वांट टू टॉक अबाउट, आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन, तो वो भी कर सकते हैं। बाकी आप लोग विंडोज़ कंट्रोल टी, अरे यार अल्ट दबा देता हूँ मैं, कल भी अल्ट दबाया था, बताना चाहिए था आपको मेरे को। आवाज़ भी आनी चाहिए। हो गया। चलिए तो फिर शुरू करते हैं आज का रिएक्शन जो भी है टेक। मैं पहले रेडिट ही खोल लूँ क्या मेरा? रेडिट, द हार्ट ऑफ द इंटरनेट, काइं का इंटरनेट। एंड प्लीज़, मेरा चैनल है राज अनफिल्टर्ड। कोई अच्छा नेम आपके पास हो तो मुझे बताएं, मैं उसमें से ले लूँगा, बट इट्स करंटली अंडर टेस्टिंग। चलिए, पालक पनीर सब्जियाँ क्यों आ रही है इसमें? Google DeepMind introduces DiscoRL, automating the discovery of intelligence architecture. DiscoRL demonstrates that we can automate the discovery of artificial intelligence structures and architectures, and that this process scales with both compute and environmental diversity. मुझे भी नहीं पता क्या Google DeepMind DiscoRL words। इसमें तो डिस्कॉर्ड दिखा रहा है, मेरे को लगता है नहीं पता। काफ़ी नीश कवर हो गई ना ये तो। क्या पता है नई टेक्नोलॉजी है, उसकी तरह ही सौरभ जोशी की भी शादी हो रही है। खोलते हैं तो फिर। हाँ, मैं वहाँ से भी खोल सकता था पर मेरे को खोलना नहीं था, ठीक है। AMP now uses Cloud 4.5. We have switched to AMP's primary model release. AMP कौन सी कंपनी है? तो करती क्या है ये AMP? करती क्या है AMP? टाइपिंग स्पीड देगी। पावर्ड वेस्ट sorting solutions, रिसाइकल करती है यूजिंग स्मार्ट सिस्टम, coding including reducing occupancy, higher success rates for file cloud. Anthropic models are actually better than expected. मैं भी पहले यूज़ नहीं करता था, खाली चैट जीपीटी और परप्लेक्सिटी ही यूज़ करता था, बट टर्न्स आउट दैट सोनेट इज़ मच बेटर फॉर मी। लाइक मैं जैसे यूज़ करता हूँ उन चीज़ों में, एनालिसिस में, पुरानी डेटा से करने में, पैटर्न्स रिकॉग्नाइज करने में सोनेट काफ़ी अच्छा है। क्लोड भी of course from the same company, and they are similar. Unbelievable but true, there is a very real fear that in the not too distant future, a super intelligent AI could replace human beings in controlling the planet. That's not science fiction, that is a real fear that very knowledgeable people have. And in super intelligence also, it says that if an agent gets assigned a goal and it is super intelligent, then we humans won't know anything how to stop it. It would be very easily dupe us and prevent us from knowing what is it's actually doing in trying to fulfill that goal. And even if humanity comes between it, like if we say the goal is to maximize energy production, and if some human cons- stops from doing that, it can wipe out human species first, then cover the whole planet with solar panels or whatever it is, to maximize solar generation and energy production. So it will focus only on its goal, and even if anything comes in between, that will be completely erased out of the book. So this is a real fear, that AI will follow orders to act. It's not that the AI models will not follow your order or will not do whatever you will told them. The fear is that the AI models will do and will go to whatever limit to achieve the kind of order you have given to them. That's the fear, and that's what people are afraid of, that it will follow you too obediently. ओ ये भी नई टेक्नोलॉजी, एक्चुअली कौन सी कंपनी, चाइना की कंपनी ने ना एंड्रॉयड में लॉन्च किया, मैंने भी नहीं देखा, देखते हैं. Z is let's watch this. फैन में लगाने से एक ईयरफोन गर्म हो गया है, लैपटॉप के फैन के सामने आ गया, पहले पढ़ेंगे. It's an engineering prototype of ZTE Nubia M153 running ByteDance's Duobao AI agent fused into Android at the OS level. इसमें पूरे फ़ोन का पूरा कंट्रोल है, UI देख सकता है, कहाँ पे क्या करना है वो कर सकता है, ऐप्स को डिलीट कर सकता है, ओपन कर सकता है, टाइप कर सकता है, टैप कर सकता है, कॉल कर सकता है, मल्टीटास्किंग स्टेप, एक तरह से कोमेट ब्राउज़र बट नाउ फॉर होल एंड्रॉयड. सो पूरा ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम ही हो गया. In the video, they just find someone will wait in line for me, and it picks which app to open.
Nubia M153 prototype from ZTE, and as you can see on the back, it's powered by Duobao, which is ByteDance. This is the first real smartphone. And I'll show you some things it can do that are really impressive. It takes full control of my phone. I want to go to the DJI flagship store today, but I don't want to wait in line. I want someone else to wait in line for me, and I'll pay them. I don't know what app to use for this, but figure it out and do it for me. So I can tap in. It chose this app. And you can see it clicking around that fast.
तो ये तो उसकी तरह हो गई ना, कोमेट एजेंट की तरह, जो कि खुद ही डिसीजन लेता है, सब करता है, बट फॉर एन ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. आई थिंक दिस विल बी द नॉट बी द फाइनल future. An AI operated by a software operating system of present operated by AI won't be a future at the final stages मेरे according, क्योंकि AI में इसमें काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम होती है फिगर आउट करने में, फॉर AI models to where to click next and how to do whatever they want to do. It's easier for us but not for AI models. So in future, companies will develop new OSs which work with AI out of the box in deep parts. Behind the scenes would be a better word. So they will communicate in their own languages and give us responses in natural language. And as I have previously told, that the default mode to communicate with your devices will be voice in the future, not taps or anything else. There could be that smartphone won't even exist in next 20 years. There is a chance of that also. They could be in our glasses, lens, or much smaller, I don't know, whatever, but this is not something
Prototype.
future. Of course, it's future advance, but not the final state of future that I think will happen. Entirely on your Mac. Of course, ChatGPT runs entirely on my Windows. It's just that server it uses are from a different place. OpenAI loses fight to keep ChatGPT logs secret in copyright case. Micron stops selling memory to consumers as demand. आई थिंक माइक्रोन को ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था, क्योंकि डिमांड कब तक ही रहेगी, 2 साल 3 साल, उसके बाद क्या? दिस वो बिजनेस वाज गुड, मतलब ऑफ कोर्स दे शुड हैव reduced prices for some, reduced supply for some time and focused on the AI, but बिल्कुल भी क्रूशल को बंद नहीं करना चाहिए था. It could be kept on a little hold for some time. क्या पता बाद में AI chips सब कंपनी बढ़ाने लग जाए and the prices just reduce, and turns out it was better to keep making RAMs and SSDs. Let's hope it doesn't happen. One more Indian, Sumit Sadhan. Micron has made the difficult decision to exit the crucial consumer business in order to improve supply and support for our larger strategic consumers in fast growing segments. I think it's a short term approach, not good for the business. Of course, who am I to say, but I can say that's why I am doing a live stream. नहीं तो वो कर लेता ना. What's the point of ChatGPT subscription? Well, I get it for free in India. ChatGPT Go.
Avoid a crisis, he estimates.
Should AI fail? After discussing this study upon me, artificial emotion, a survey of theories and debates on realizing emotion and artificial intelligence. Effective computing has enabled to recognize and respond to. बहुत लंबा है, इसको तो बाद में पढ़ेंगे, वीडियो बना देंगे इस पे, तो बाद में देखते हैं. This is actually a good idea for a longer YouTube video. After reading this study, I started wondering about the differing opinions on what people accept as real versus emulated emotion in AI. What concrete milestones or architectures would conceive you that AI emotions are more than mimicry? We talk a lot about how AI understands emotions, but that's mostly mimicry, pattern matching and polite responses. Actually सही है, AI doesn't understand कि emotion currently जो दिखाता है nuances like हाँ they are fake and only pattern match. उसको नहीं पता कि ऐसा अपन क्यों करते हैं, अपन असलियत में करते हैं because either our vocal cords get tired from continuous speaking, or we need to take breath, or cough comes in between. But for current LLM models, it's just a pattern and prediction game. They are predicting just what a human would do in that case without any reasons. They don't understand the real emotion behind them. So, of course, it's true that current AI models are just pattern matching and polite responses only. There's nothing else. What would it take for AI to actually have emotions, and why should we care? Well, that's a very important question. We should care because emotions is something very human. It helps us connect with humans, build relationships, make a happier life, quality of life, and other things. And when an AI really learns to mimic those well, it can be either misused by companies or can be used wrong, like artificial intelligence girlfriends for connecting with teenagers and making them just addicted to those platforms. So it will raise the amount of money for companies that they earn, but would be bad for human. So of course this is a very important question. Emotions are something which what makes us human, and for a long time humans thought that no one else, especially artificial intelligence, can copy them or understand them truly. But turns out this paper shows that AIs are learning the real reason behind emotions and how to do them properly. Internal, not just detecting your mood, AI would need to have its own affective states that persist and change decisions across context. And isolated AIs need long-term emotional associations to learn from experience. The motivation, better care, safer decisions, and more human-altered collaboration. Critics say it's just mimicry. Supporters argue that if internal states reliably shape behavior, it's real enough to matter. If we could build AI that truly felt, should we? Where do you draw the line between simulation and experience? What I would say about this, we should build an AI that understands emotions very well and can produce the emotions very well, as that would have huge advantages in field where humans need to be talked with, from a bank manager to a doctor to to a therapist. AI's use for especially of ChatGPT has been very high as a personal therapist. So of course it would be better there, but and in future most people are expected to be alone, so they just need someone with whom they can attach to. It's just that companies should not use that to earn more money and take benefits from someone's losses. So it should not lure customers and get from these emotions that AIs will mimic, that will be inhuman and bad. So the line is very thin between simulation and experience. It's just that with which color of marker the line is drawn, red for bad, green for good, only that matters. Let's see लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं. Yes, but not from biological emotion, from the symbolic emotion and ethics of the bond. Most models I've interacted with do possess the ability to mimic emotions on prompt, and some were quite impressive in accuracy. But before criticism, the question I ask myself is that on a deep level, what are actually emotions in our brain? बात तो देखिए सही बोल रहे हैं. रेडिट है, एआई का पेज खोला है अपन ने, मेरे जैसे लोग हैं उसमें. सो मैं तो ये नहीं बोलूँगा ना कि मैं इंटेलिजेंट नहीं हूँ. बात सारी सच है, बट अपने हाथ में कुछ नहीं है.
उठाइए.
How to measure AI automation efficiency gains? Hey everyone, I am trying to implement an AI agent in my work to automatically create a project plan. This usually takes a lot of time and I have to manually adapt the plan several times during a project. Obviously, once the agent is set, it's just too technical. नींद भी आ रही है, I think. लाइव स्ट्रीम बंद करनी पड़ेगी. The future of prompt engineering is collaborative. Build a social platform to prove it. सही बात है. Prompts, there's not a fixed rule book for prompt engineering. People try everything and they discover new things from different prompts. Like AI कंपनीज के पास ऐसे नहीं है फिक्स रूल कि क्या prompt डालेंगे और क्या रेस्पॉन्स आएगा. They just learn from trial and error. So when people on social media share those prompts which they have got by their own trial and error, often a lot of new prompts come into the market. Like वो नैनो बनाना प्रो का आया था वेदर वाला, that was discovered by someone outside of Google. So prompting is AI in it is just a black box. No one knows what's inside, how to use it properly. If it works, use it. If it doesn't, discard it. That's it. So when a lot of people share their prompts, it improves the uses of AI models for many people. I mean, with still so many people, Google can test only a limited amount of prompts on Gemini and on other companies also. They cannot try unlimited prompts or any random scenario. But when it comes into a true world and shared on social media, the true prompts and truly useful prompts are discovered by a lot of people. Those that companies share on their official handles later. So it's prompting is just more about trial and error. You do your own prompt, discover what works, and if you find it fine, share it on the social media for everyone else to use. Not a specific social platform, but there should be a subreddit, a page for Instagram which shows that an X account that shares only the best prompts that are shared on social media. I mean, अगर एक स्पेशल सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया जाएगा टू शेयर प्रॉम्प्ट्स ओनली, आई डोंट थिंक मैं तो उसे यूज़ करूँगा. बट आई थिंक एन AI मॉडल कैन बी ट्रेंड ऑन दैट सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म. जो मैं जब भी उससे स्पेसिफिक प्रॉम्प्ट मांगूँ तो मुझे 4-5 प्रॉम्प्ट्स लिख के दे दे वहाँ से छांटे हुए किसी भी सिनेरियो के लिए. फिर उन प्रॉम्प्ट्स में से अपना जो प्रॉम्प्ट मुझे यूज़ करना है मैं वो सेलेक्ट करके यूज़ कर सकूँ. और सोशल मीडिया पे जो लोग डालें वो डालें प्रॉम्प्ट्स विद द रिजल्ट दैट दे गोट. इफ़ इट्स अ पिक्चर and if it's a notes of personal text, then they should share what they got in the response from the prompt. That would be better. But in the end, the social platform for prompting will not be that much of a success according to me. एक्चुअली वो भी ट्राई किया आप लोगों ने, जहाँ पे मल्टीपल एजेंट्स आपस में बात करते थे कंप्लीटली वाइब कोडेड कैरापैथी के द्वारा. चलिए तो फिर अब स्विच करते हैं दूसरी जगह पे. न्यू
This is the Nubia M153.
ये तो वही आ रही है. Feels like every time मैं go to company it's actually a very big problem. गाइस मैं सोने जा रहा हूँ, नींद आ रही है मेरे को. Always important to remember that a lot of these robots are faking the human-like emotions. It's property of how they are trained, not an inherent property of the hardware. They're actually capable of way weirder stuff, way faster motions. Actually, also the gap between the how robots walk and how humans walk has reduced a lot in past few months. Like figure AI का नया जो वीडियो आया देखा आप लोगों ने, कैसे वो चलता है. It's more like a human now than it was ever before. ये वाला, this is what I'm talking about. The Optimus also, the both are human like, they are using their toes to do that. Both of them have their own toes. So the gap has reduced drastically. in just 1 or 2 months. So I think robots could be mainstream in 2027, not 2026. It would still need a lot of training and data to work in the real world, but by 2027 they will be start to become a mainstream. We will start to see signs of them becoming mainstream in 2026. Most of the beta testers and tech enthusiasts will buy them or use them. That's what I think, because they still need a lot of data to use in the real world. Real world is unpredictable. There are thousands of things going on at a time, all unpredictable. It's chaos out there. If a image detects with camera sensors and drives back to get itself clean, and probably the previous customer who made them dirty isn't going to get another ride again. Really, that's a feature. I mean, wow. I spent years working with cars on demand companies to improve their user experience, and one of the largest source of user frustration constantly when you obsessed was if the taxi gets dirty due to some customer that made it dirty, the software knows that it's dirty and tries back to its main center where it gets cleaned by a human and in future by a robot. So it's not like it will need to be cleaned always forever, but only when it gets enough dirty. Like if I made it dirty and I won't get a ride also after doing that. That's very good for customer experience, because the taxi is automatic, there's no human there to take responsibility. So if I will go there and get into a Waymo taxi and it's dirty, तो मैं of course वो मुझे ही साफ करनी पड़ेगी. Or I will have to cancel, which will be a charge for me on cancellation fee. So in the end, it's good that taxi knows on itself, or Google could have completely neglected this issue and people would have been very sad about it. But in the end, the only option they would have, because they were excited to try a new driverless taxi, they would have to clean the taxis on their own or sit in the bad trash. But it's good now. Our distinguished, कैसे पढ़ते हैं इसको? पहले इसमें फ्रेम ड्रॉप्स भी बहुत होती थी, अब नहीं होती ना. CPU is running hot. कम हो गया तो फैन भी. होली मोली, यही तो मैं बोल रहा था कि the humans are becoming the 26. No, टाटा हैरियर का भी आज रेड बुल के साथ इंडिया में उन्होंने कोलैब किया. They drove over a river in India. The EV Harrier EV, not the engine one. Otherwise, it would have issues with taking air in. But our water getting into the exhaust pipe. But the electric can go wherever they want in water. It's just that too high or low temperature is an issue for the performance of the battery. Good news, not for me. The way I use AI has changed with Gemini 3. I used to try and perfect the minimal ask to get the model to be successful at a task. Now I am constantly pushing myself to be more ambitious, asking for 5 times more than I did before with a single prompt, and Gemini 3 crushes it. Nice. Pixel devices now support screen of fingerprint unlock. This is what I want in my phone also. मतलब ज़रूरी है क्या वो एनिमेशन का है, मुझे तो ऐसे भी पता ही है, बट मेरे फ़ोन में तो दूसरा वाला सेंसर इंफ्रारेड वाला नहीं है, अल्ट्रासाउंड वाला नहीं है, इस नीड्स लाइट, कैमरा वाला सेंसर इसमें लाइट लगती है. You asked, it's here. The third edition is coming very soon. The vibes are already electric. Some wild twist. Let's make it legendary. Quite the flight phase, estimating average 3.2 meter per second between the lines, including acceleration declaration. So peak is fast. 11 की स्पीड से दौड़ रहा है साला. 3.2 की स्पीड है उसका एक्सेलरेशन का. वाह. पोलिंग मार्केट हर चीज़ का फ़ायदा उठाता है, हर चीज़. Of course, for them, information is the new currency. If you can get it from a better source faster, you will earn money. If you are an employee, much better, because of course there are no regulation for insider trading in Kalshi. So you will earn free money if you are an insider who knows exact dates of things, like when your model will release or when the ads will start to roll out in ChatGPT app. Okay, so after takes the time to watch this video, there is clearly AI. This is real and made possibly by the hard work of over 150 engineers. What will I say is the robots are coming for your jobs for physical world, and they are faster than you can think and more efficient at working. They are coming faster than you can think. Third, remove the degree requirement, says CEO Sridhar. The need for degrees will reduce much further with time. Also, in the age of AI, you learn much faster in the real world than a degree. Of course, degree is essential for some specific fields like law, where you need to study medical and other things. There you cannot fast forward things, but they will be further replaced by AI, and thanks to me, especially in medical field, I will try my best to replace all those doctors. Not replace them, but make AI the real doctor. Today I was searching about the next breakthrough after attention paper in 2018, and there are many today that those impacts we will see in next 2 or 3 years, and that's what ChatGPT told me in 2.5 years of AI progress. Of course, the progress is both fast and real. लोग बोल रहे हैं कि एआई से कुछ नहीं होगा, पर यार एक तरफ है जहाँ कि एआई से सब कुछ ही होने जा रहा है, और एक तरफ है कि एआई इज जस्ट अ hype. And I'm on the opposite side that AI is going to change everything. मैंने कल बात करी थी उसकी. Where anyone can build a custom AI agent in minutes to delegate the daily grind, automate daily tasks, and focus on the work. This is what I need actually. कल देखूंगा इसको, मैं सेव कर लेता हूँ बुक मार्क में. We'll check it out tomorrow. फिर उसमें डिटेल्स डालनी पड़ेगी ना. अब डाल के करूँगा. अभी लॉगिन करूँगा इसमें मैं अकाउंट बना के. कर लेते हैं. Just me. ₹860. अच्छा, मैं ट्राई कर लेनी. मैं कल भी डिसअपॉइंट होता, आज पहले डिसअपॉइंट हो लिया उससे. हाँ. GPT open source which no one is excited about or talking about. Google Workspace Studio. But I don't have a workspace and I need a website to do that. उन्होंने कंपनी बढ़ा ली. यमा वाले की बात कर रहा है ये. नाम तो मैं भी भूल गया. कोई टेक्नोलॉजीज था, ऑटोमोबाइल्स कुछ था. मैं भी चेक कर रहा था पिछले महीने ही उसको. द कंपनी इज डूइंग गुड, प्रॉफिट्स आर राइजिंग. उसका तो गिर गया शायद प्राइस स्टॉक का. तो at this point I don't get it anymore. Yes, it looks impressive, but what's the use case other than proving that, well, it can get up and fast? They are working on basics currently, like a real human child. With time, things begin to get more complex. That's why everyone we see around is testing robots currently only when they are walking, running, jumping, fighting, or everything else that a 5-year-old kids does. But with time, they will not 5-year-old, but 2-year-old kid does. But with time, they will begin to do more complex tasks, real-world tasks, and handle complexities. Is just now a point of time that, and also that they don't have enough data to train on the real world tasks other than running and walking. That's also a limiting factor, and why we see all the robots being tested on walking, running, or standing up and falling down. This was the live stream for today. आपा फिर मिलांगा.